Hi, my name's Gordon Stewart and I'm 35 years old. And for the last 13 years, I've been trading commodities at a prestigious hedge fund located in Greenwich, Connecticut. My employers are very competitive, and naturally, they wanted to outdo every other hedge fund in their league. They wanted to be the best, number one, and so they added a new role to my job description, and that was that I had to find the edge. You know, the edge that would make the hedge fund, my bosses, and the investors richer and better than all competitor hedge funds. If not, our investors would go to whoever produces the biggest returns. And we didn't want that. So my employers decided this. To find the edge, I needed to travel the world finding exotic investments that could return thousands of percentages. You know, truly groundbreaking ways of making money that would crush everyone else. Needless to say, they funded my travels, and for the last 2 years, I've journeyed to South America, Central America, Russia, and Germany, and many countries all over the world in search of the single best innovative way of making money unknown to anyone else. And guess what? I found it, but not in any of the places I mentioned to you before, but in India, in a conference room, in the seat right next to me. His name was Pranav Gupta, a professor of mathematics at a renowned university in Chennai. He was 45 years old, quiet and unassuming, but his piercing eyes gave away his deep intelligence. Little did I know who he was until one of the speakers made him stand up to be recognized for predicting the exact price the Indian stock exchange would peak at a few months before, allowing investors in the gatherings to make hundreds and some even thousands of percentages in profit. I mean, they owed their wealth to this man's superior mathematic abilities, but he wasn't one for the spotlight. In fact, he was very humble in his acceptance. He sat down quickly and he waved away the cameraman who had suddenly focused in on him. Afterward, I struck up a conversation with him and I told him about my background as a commodities trader. Of course, as the conversation progressed, I realized that this man was a trading genius as well. Excited and with just a few quick messages back and forth to my bosses in Connecticut, I offered him a $1 million signing bonus to become a consultant with my hedge fund. His response to that was, "Mr. Stewart, do you play chess?" I was baffled with his response. I said, "Sure I do." Well, let's go back to my home after the conference and I'll reveal to you over a game of chess the most innovative way I've devised to make so much money that $1 million from your hedge fund is small fry money. I felt slighted by that, but I was intrigued as well. I wondered to myself, what does this man know? And in 40 minutes, I would find out. We got to his home and started playing chess. And of course, he was beating me, and in a fit of laughter, he said this, "Mr. Stewart, I want you to see this." He pulled out his iPad Air and he logged into a binary trading account. And my eyes bugged out. Pranav had over $3 million sitting in there. "I use my math skills to make this kind of money," he said. "As a matter of fact, it's easy. Probably easier than what you do at the hedge fund." Looking around his house, he lived like a monk. Drab furniture, an old fridge, boring paintings. Yet this man was a multi-millionaire. As you can tell, Mr. Stewart, I'm not a flashy guy. I don't have a fancy car or a fancy home, and nothing in it's fancy either. All this money goes to helping the poor children of India and their parents. Much of the world's seen the movie Slumdog Millionaire, and it depicts what's actually true. And that's where my energy is directed, in bringing life to their talents and helping them rise from poverty. Professor Gupta, for want of a better phrase, blew my mind. I was itching with so much excitement that I couldn't sit still. I wanted to know how he did it. That was the question. The trader in me wanted to know, and he knew it. It was as if he was reading my mind. "Mr. Stewart, logically, you must want to know how I'm able to generate those returns, right?" Of course. And with that, he invited me to lean closer so he could tell me his secret.